Hi friends, welcome to another YouTube video. Today, as you can see, we're inside an enclosure, and last video we did one about Mock, the eastern box turtle, and I mentioned she also came with another partner. So we have here Io, and in Hawaiian that means the Hawaiian hawk that we have native here, and she is a beautiful Gulf Coast female. So she is a Gulf Coast box turtle female, and you can see she is absolutely ancient. You can see how much her shell is deteriorated. You can even see some bone replacements from I don't know what happened to her, but you can see she's absolutely ancient. It's gone down so much you can't even see growth lines on her. So it doesn't mean she's not healthy. She's very healthy. She's a really good weight. And you can see she's much bigger than most of the other box turtles. Now, the reasoning behind that, she is a Gulf Coast female box turtle. And I'm not sure which type she is, but she is a Gulf Coast generally. And males can get up much bigger than this because this is the largest species of box turtle there is that is still alive today, and they are probably competing with the Coquelin box turtle for the name of the most aquatic species of box turtle, because these guys spend most of their life inside the water. And the Gulf Coast box turtle, to get some general locations on it, they come from the Gulf of Mexico all the way down to Louisiana and Florida. So they come from, like their name, Gulf Coast. And you can see she has some white on her, which is very famous. More typically in the males, you're going to see a blue head with some white on them, like you do see in the eastern box turtle where they have red, yellows, and oranges. So you can see she's very old. Like I said, you can't even see growth lines on her, and the scutes are very prominent when it comes to how you can see them. And if you could carry her right now, she's absolutely heavy for her size. She's not overweight. She's a really good weight. And you can see, take a look at those nails. She's got some really nice nails, unlike some other people. They're longer, but they're not that bad. And she was taken care of really well. So her name, Io, comes from the Hawaiian hawk, and the reason is because Auntie Susan, if you know her, she's the lady that gave us all the eastern box turtles and the three-toed box turtles. She rehomed them to me for me to take care of them for the rest of their lives, as she couldn't. And she also came from her. So the story goes behind Io is that Auntie Susan said that the person that originally had her, that she was picked up by a hawk and dropped on that roof, not her roof, but the other person's roof. And so she's been living out there for a while, sort of like Lucky's story where she was out along without a owner. But you can see, if you just take a look at her, look at that beautiful plastron right there compared to the carapace. And you can see she is a box turtle. She has that hinge right there that goes straight across, and then you can see it's very pliable. It's able to move. That's why they can close up all the way, but she's very confident, so she's not going to do that for us today. And just look at the size comparison. I'll grab another box turtle to show you the size comparison of her. But she's a full-grown adult female Gulf Coast box turtle, and this is just a temporary enclosure for her. You know, she's just gonna stay here for a while just to keep her in quarantine, and then I'm gonna build her own separate enclosure, and I'm gonna expand this eastern enclosure for her to live in there as well. And she has a smaller water bowl, but soon she's gonna have a nice big expansive water bowl along with the easterns, because she's gonna live with them temporarily since they're more closely related. So you can see that there's a big difference. Check the difference between the plastrons too. Look at the difference, and you can see what Stimpy's doing right here. She's closing up, but just take a look at that. You know, like I said, they did live together, and these guys are pretty aquatic box turtles. They're fighting for the name of aquatic box turtle with the Coquelin box turtle, which they both live around the same area, except Coquelin box turtles are native more around Mexico. And this species does come from around the Gulf of Mexico, not exactly around there, but they are also aquatic box turtles, and they spend most of their time in the water, especially as babies and juveniles. They hide around the water, and water is a box turtle's best friend. So if you live in mainland America and you see a box turtle walking along the road, like if it's a eastern maybe, which are one of the more common ones, never throw it in a lake or take it home, because if you throw it in a lake, just because it can swim, it's probably going to drown, because they're not the best swimmers, but they are proficient swimmers. And if it's like a Gulf Coast, they are much better swimmers. You can see that they do have webbed toes, just a tad bit. But again, they're not the best swimmers. So if you ever do see one walking along the road, it's most likely going to be a female, going to go lay her eggs. So just take it in the same direction that it was going and put it a couple, maybe 6 feet, 10 feet away from the road so it keeps going in the way, because you never want to take home a box turtle because they are an endangered species. So again, this is Io, the female Gulf Coast box turtle, new member to Hamakua Redfoots, that was rehomed to us to live the rest of her life here and possibly have some more babies. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one.